On this day, January 8th, a king was born.
You mean the king?
No, the real king. You're probably wondering how Frank got here. Well, let's go back 14 years. Frank, my brother, was born January 8th, 2009.
Doug and I had been wanting to get a dog for the girls. You know, they had done the whole PowerPoint slide on the presentation on why they could handle having a dog. So we had been looking quietly behind the scenes, and Doug was insistent that we get a girl dog. But I saw Frank Murphy listed, and he was the last one left of a litter. Sweetest thing ever, and I fell in love.
Soon after Lisa fell in love with Frank, she sent Doug to go pick him up.
Before we picked him up, he would get involved fighting with his brothers and sisters, only if it suited him. Like if somebody's tail drug through his mouth, he might bite him, but he wasn't chasing after him. It was going to be on his terms.
Truthfully, I did not expect to get a dog. Katie and I were shipped off to my grandparents' house for the weekend, which wasn't really out of the norm. So, we had a good weekend. And then we came back, and there was a puppy the next day. It was the most exciting thing. I was so overwhelmed that I started crying. Probably the best day of my life.
My first impression of Frank is that he was the cutest little puppy I had ever seen in my entire life. And I was so excited that we got him.
Jackson?
Frank had a normal childhood or doghood, if you will. He was a menace at times, like all puppies are. Now that I'm saying that, he hasn't outgrown all of those puppy habits, but overall, he's had a very good life.
So around our dog, Tucker, Frank is pretty patient with him, which is good because Tucker tries to play with him and run him over, and Frank is not about that, but he doesn't, attack him or anything, so that's nice. And he's a little bit of a psycho around the cat. He always runs around the house blindly and tries to find the cat, even though the cat is not usually downstairs.
Back when I was in middle school, I think I was in 7th grade, it's really common in wiener dogs to have back issues, and Frank had a very severe back issue. Basically, part of his back slipped out of alignment, so he was paralyzed. This was the hardest week or two of my life. We didn't think he was going to survive. One day when he was laying on the couch, I walked over to him with some water, and his tail started wagging, and that was the glimmer of hope that we all needed. And he has since recovered and has lived 8 more years. Frank cares for everybody diligently every day, and it's only fair to compensate him. So when I'm home, or whenever I can, I'll take him out to Andy's or Starbucks. We'll get a pup cup or puppuccino, and he absolutely loves them. It's the only time he behaves in the car because he knows if he's riding with me, we're going to get a treat. So, he's also not stingy about it. He will eat about anything from the kitchen, and you won't have to wonder if he wants to eat it because he will audibly tell you.
Frank. What? Frank, what? He's gotten very demanding in his old age. He gets what he wants.
I think it's just that Frank knows when somebody's having a bad day, any of us, or even people that he's never seen before, and he will immediately go over to that person, hang out with them, and even if it's just laying by him, trying to make him feel better. Like we had a foreign exchange student in the house one time who was having a bad day that none of us really knew she was having a bad day, but Frank did, and went over and hung out with her for the rest of the night. He likes everybody, no matter who it is. He wants to hang out with everybody. That's his favorite thing to do, is let's just hang out together. If you want to read, he'll sit by you. If you want to sleep, he'll sleep by you. He doesn't care. He just wants to be with somebody.
Don't be fooled by all the pup cups though. Frank also has several business ventures, such as running his own Instagram account. And here we are, 14 years in the making. Happy birthday to the one and only, the golden boy, Frank Murphy Frog.
Careful saying that on camera, Frank.